GB Wheelchair Rugby community, it is November, the summer is officially over, but the show must go on. I'm Jason Brisbane, the CEO of GB Wheelchair Rugby, and I'm here with my bi-monthly video blog. I'm aiming to try and do this a little bit more regular now so I can stay connected with the community. I can give you a little update of what's been happening, what's coming up, and also as I'm not able to get to all the events that go on, this is my little way of just being able to just stay connected to you. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you tune in for the ones we've got in the future. To kick off with, I'd like to welcome Paula Sage. She is our new Head of Community and Participation. The Community and Participation Department used to be called the Development Department, but we renamed it just so it really captures actually what is at the core of what that department does. It's about developing and driving the community, and it's about driving up participation. So Paula here joins us with a wealth of experience across community development, governance, mentoring, sport. So I really believe she's going to be critical in helping us achieve our strategy and helping us really evolve the sport into the next era. Paula replaces our long-serving staff member Lauren Templeton, and we'd really like to thank her for commitment to the sport and what she's achieved. Lauren's going to remain engaged with Wheelchair Rugby via her role at GBWR as part of the Women's Task Force. So you may see Lauren around in the future at a Women's Focus event. So thank you, Lauren, and welcome, Paula. I hope you will have had a look at our strategy that we launched in the summer, taking us through to 2029. If you haven't, please check it out on the website. But one of our commitments within that strategy was to launch our Community Commission. What is our Community Commission? Well, what we realised over the last few years is we've lacked a little bit of connectivity to the community on the ground, and what some of the issues are, really being able to understand what you lot need from us. So the Community Commission will be an independent group of representatives from right across the sport who will ultimately meet on a quarterly basis to discuss the challenges, the issues, the needs, and report that through to the GBWR SLT, to myself and my team, but also that will then go up to the GBWR board as well. So I know some of you who've been around for a long time may have seen a very different amounts of groups that have talked about competition and talked about different aspects of the sport. This Community Commission is ultimately going to bring this all together and be a formal group, but an independent group as well. So you'll be able to talk about what you need to, and you'll be able to talk to the people who are making decisions at the top level. So check your email. The applications for that are open now as well, and it's only open to active GBWR members. So please, if you really want to be a part of moving this sport forward and being a voice for the community, I would encourage you to apply for the Community Commission role. So please apply if you can, but also share that to anybody who may not have seen that. We've been firing off a lot of partnerships over the summer and this year, and I'd like to say a big shout out to a member of our team, Manni. Manni, part of the team up in Coventry, and former GB athlete as well, and he's our partnership managers, and he's been doing a fantastic job over the last year he's been with us. To kick off, we've had signed up with Team Travel Management, so they're now our official high performance travel partner. They've literally a couple of days ago supported the GB team in preparation to flying out to Brazil. They're off to São Paulo for a week-long training camp with the Brazil team, but it will also act as a little bit of a recce for the 2026 World Championships at the same venue, São Paulo, in August next year. And they also recently helped the team get out to Brisbane in Australia to attend a training camp and a few games out there as well. So Team Travel Management, they've been fantastic so far. But as a club, if you're looking at organising any large trips with your club overseas, please get in touch with TTM, because they can potentially help you make that whole process far easier and take a lot of work off you. So if you're travelling internationally with a big group of you, get in touch. TTM are going to help you out. We launched our junior academies in September, and they've been flying. We've doubled the number of our junior applicants and we know how tricky it can be to involve juniors at a club, just because of, sometimes it's you're dealing with really low numbers. So our junior academies are going to be a fantastic way for us to be able to engage young people in the sport, and then ultimately give them a pathway through to other clubs, or when they gain more independence or get a little bit older. So super excited for the junior academies, and I'd like to say a big shout out to Jamie Higgins for who's really been driving that on the ground as well. To add to that, though, we've had the Wooden Spoon who's joined us as a partner for that as well. So again, fantastic to get some support to drive that junior program forward, and we're going to use that partnership to create some great experiences for those juniors, create some identity for those academies as well. So if you need more information on those, please head to the website, or again, please get in touch with club development managers who can put you in touch with Jamie of, how to, get more juniors into those clubs, because I think it's going to be really critical for our growth over the long term. We also had Blatchford, who are a prosthetics and orthotics manufacturer. We launched them, and they're part of our 28 for 28 community as well, but we're looking to do some potentially some work and content with them in the future. So again, they're helping us as we try to reduce barriers and transform the sport on the road to LA. So welcome Blatchford. We also excitingly have a new official wheelchair manufacturing partner, and that is RGK. We've definitely seen at many of our events so many people rocking around in RGK day chairs, but RGK are now making a new drive to really drive out the production and visibility of their outstanding Predator wheelchair. There are some exclusive discounts for GB Wheelchair Rugby members as well. So please, if you're looking for a new chair, please get in touch with RGK or get in contact with your club development managers to help create that link. I think there's going to be some exciting offers out there, and again, it's a real opportunity to get hold of a real high quality chair as well. So really pleased to have RGK on board. And we also launched our women and girls talent program as well, sponsored by the Hartford, and recently you would have seen that we picked the squad for the year as well, who are going to be part of that talent program as well. So congratulations to all the women and girls that are part of that. And we're it's so great that as a sport we are mixed gender, but you don't always notice that, and creating these these moments and these opportunities for women to share experiences and to really supercharge their development, so they can go back to their clubs, better players, but also have an opportunity to, potentially get up into the talent squad and beyond. So we're really excited to have more women and girls in the program, and make sure that you share, far and wide, that those opportunities are out there as well. In the build up to the Women's Rugby World Cup, we invited a group of women from France to take part in a camp with women from the GB cohort to have a number of days of training, of games, of engagement, to really improve their overall development, but also as a big part of growing this international women's wheelchair rugby community, which is going to be critical for the ongoing engagement of women in the sport. But as part of that week, we held a common triad day, and we were fortunate enough to have the presence of Child Fund Rugby, who are the social impact partner of World Rugby. And they had a cohort of over 20 women representing over 20 nations who've all been working within their home nations to try and work out how they can increase the number of female rugby coaches in their nations. And as you know, every nation has their own challenges, but we were able to bring all those women to have a real great day of trying out wheelchair rugby, understanding the sport a little bit better. But actually some of those women and those coaches also were interested in developing wheelchair rugby in their nations as well. So it was a great opportunity. It was a ton of fun, and make sure you check out the website and on our channels the content around that, because it was an incredible day, and there was some incredible learnings there. Big shout out to Mick Armstrong as well, who brought the energy and delivered those sessions. And a big thank you to UK Sport as well for the support around our international relations program, and we'll have some more content to come out at a later date around that week and what we achieved as well. I'd also like to do a big shout out to Miles Pearson, for a GB athlete, player for West Coast Wheelchair Rugby Club, but is also becoming a real advocate for the disabled community, and he recently spoke at a Scope conference as well. Miles is doing a fantastic job again. Really telling the story of his life and the things he has to go through, but also again representing the disabled community with some of the recent challenges that we've had, from a government level as well. So as an organisation, where we're definitely committed to advocating and spreading awareness of the disabled community, but with individuals like Miles as well, we can definitely reach more people. So thank you, Miles, and thank you all who continue to advocate for the wheelchair rugby community and disabled community in general. Competition is still flying, so good luck to everyone who's still competing. And my ask to the community as well, if you're speaking with organisations that are passionate about inclusion, disability or wheelchair rugby and want to know how to partner with us, please put them in touch with us. Have a great November, and I look to see you soon.